Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am the stepson of Krypton.
And I'm Mantis.
And this is You, Me, and DC. However, today we are not going to be watching anything in the Marvel or DC universe. We are going to be watching Reacher on Amazon Prime. Now, I feel like I say this every episode. Full disclosure, I have seen Reacher already, actually several times. But Mantis, if I'm correct, this is going to be a first-time reaction for you.
Yeah, I've not seen anything regarding Reacher. I've not read the books. I mean, I know there are books. All this apparently is based off the books, but I've not read the books, not seen the movies, not seen the show. So this will be a first time reaction for me. Yep.
I'm excited. We finally got something that at least one of us has not seen. However, there hasn't been a lot of reactions from people on YouTube on Reacher, even though it was for a while. It was Amazon Prime's most viewed show. I've only read the first two books, and this one, obviously, season 1 of Reacher's taking place with the first book. Season 2, I believe, is going to take place with the second book.
Is it like they squish it down to fit in the book, or is it like only a certain chapter of the book, or is it?
So book 1 is all of season 1.
Okay,
and then
so
book 2 will be season 2.
They do what you assume and what makes sense in a show adapted from a book. I've just seen where they do weird things, like, I know we haven't watched it on the show on the channel yet, but The Witcher. I'm familiar with the games and the show. I've not read the books, but I am familiar with the fact that they took short stories or stories of Geralt and just kind of threw them all in different parts of the show to have this bastardized timeline that's weird and confusing. So it makes me feel good, I guess, the fact that they decided to, hey, maybe we just use book 1 and make that about, the whole season. I guess that just makes sense to everyone who has ever watched a show and read a book. So
you would think, right? But again, maybe I'm not a director or a producer, because I look at things weird, and apparently you do as well.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to check off on your list that you've read another book pretty quickly, after you watch this season, go read the book, because it flows very, very well with it.
No, I might do that. That'll make 3 books I've read, so that'll be good.
See, there you go. Now, for those of you on the channel who haven't seen the show, read the books, or watched the other 2 movies, the 2 movies that came out had starred Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Tom Cruise is an amazing actor. I respect his want to do all of his own stunts, even at his current age. However, when you read the books, it is not what you envision. He is not the person you envision of being Reacher. Reacher is a very intimidating person just by his look, and Tom Cruise just doesn't pull that off like Alan Richardson does here in the show.
What do you mean?
So Alan Richardson, who's playing Reacher in this, he was. We just, the last episode we watched was Smallville. He was Aquaman in Smallville in season 4.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Season 4. He was Aquaman, and then he is Hawk in the Titans,
right,
on HBO Max. So he has a very, the man's 6'3" in real life. I think they play him as 6'5" here in the show. But he is a big guy, and that's
he looks like Michael Phelps. Honestly, he's got the broad shoulders. I know, because it's funny because he played Aquaman, but he looks like a swimmer. He looks like an Olympic swimmer is what he looks like, especially in Smallville. So he
definitely does. He looks a lot bigger than a swimmer here. I think he said he got up to 230 pounds for this role, and he's 3% body fat, maybe 4. So he's picked up a bit.
So what you're saying is, in the books, it's portrayed as this guy is pretty big, like a specimen of a man type of person.
Yeah, just he intimidates people by his sheer size.
And Tom Cruise is 5'4".
Wow, Tom Cruise! You look bigger in the movies.
Yeah, exactly. So it still did a great job. Still, they're great movies. I recommend if you like the show, if you're watching along with us, definitely check out the movies and the book as well here too. So all around, just great material. But I definitely think Alan Richardson, he really captures Reacher. And when you read a lot of comments on the show itself, everybody absolutely loves him as that. So I'm excited for you to get to see this.
Gotcha.
So, all right. If you have nothing else, Mantis, before we begin, we will go ahead and get on into it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So let's start. Reacher, Season 1, Episode 1. Somebody has anger issues.
Why did he shoot him and then after he was dead, just stomp the shit out of him like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Told you, anger issues.
The Crossroads. Good soundtrack.
I'm sorry. I'm not good at math.
Like a 40% tip.
I messed up, okay?
How am I supposed to get ahead when you're wasting my goddamn money?
That happens?
Come on, asshole.
Small towns.
I'm talking to you, stupid.
Guy's a foot bigger than you.
Won't happen again.
Peach pie. Best you're gonna find in Georgia.
I was wondering what the accents were they were at.
You didn't see the Welcome to Margrave, Georgia?
No. I was too busy drinking. He's like, I just want a piece of this pie. He's like, son of a bitch.
Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
Are you sure you're police? Why are you getting closer to him?
Small town cops. This is probably the first time I've had to do this.
Under arrest for murder.
I'm not asking, sir. I'm telling. But don't worry, I won't kick your ass unless you make me.
Did you rehearse that line?
Good luck with that.
It sounded like she rehearsed that line.
Zip ties?
Cuffs didn't fit him.
Damn, bitch knows her history, doesn't she?
Right?
How exactly would you do that? I'm Chief Detective Oscar Finley.
You're the only detective, apparently.
Right.
There's only like 3 people in this damn department.
4 if you count Roscoe.
True.
Near an overpass.
I don't need a lawyer
He speaks.
because I didn't kill anybody. At least not recently, and not in this town.
The only proof Jack Reacher exists is the fact that he's sitting in that room.
In the passport.
Tired army.
Which may be fake.
One,
So this dude's CIA for sure, right? Like, he's gotta be.
and training to
Oh, Reacher?
and
Yeah.
3 men dropped this body. Shooter was someone who knows firearms well. Bullets were small caliber, 9mm, 95 grain. That's subsonic. A silencer was used. He also knew enough to pick up his brass. This wasn't a first timer.
Please tell me it's this dude that shot him. He seems nervous, and he would know all the things to do to cover his tracks. That's a fast time to pull all the details this fucker's got of this case. Just saying.
In a small town?
In a small town with fucking 5 people in his department.
Reacher, why does trouble always seem to find you? Mon Dieu, Reacher! The whole moving truck would have burned down.
Okay, Father and I will unpack. You two, go and meet the base kids.
So
When
it's,
his dad banged his bitch when he was in France or whatever.
well, it's weird that he's Army, their Army, she's wearing a Marine Corps shirt.
Yeah, that's what I was like. She ain't Marine Corps.
But you're not going to have an Army person wearing a Marine Corps shirt.
No. That, yeah. That's like oil and water. That shit don't mix.
I'm big for my age. Just like you're ugly for your age.
Pussy.
It's my fight. It's never just your fight. You know, Mom is right. Trouble does kind of seem to find you.
Okay, so they've been trained because they're just all cool with it. They're like, they're about to whoop some ass, I could tell.
He loves fighting.
Roscoe, we're taking a ride.
Sorry, ceramic. Sorry, Baker.
What's that cop doing? Could he not just watch him drink the coffee?
I know.
You invited me over to chat, but never asked what crime. Murder? You know anything about that?
I did it.
Mr. Hubble, for your protection and ours, I'm going to record you getting your rights.
No, my rights.
They still have to read them to you.
Yes, this is the law.
I was the one.
Okay, so this man you killed. Okay, you said it took place by the highway. Where exactly along the highway? A double-barrel shotgun blast right to the face, and then burnt the body.
I like how he did that, though, kind of just changing up the details.
Yeah. Okay, so he knows that dude, right?
Which one?
The other cop, the white cop. The white cop dude that was right there. He looked at him like he knew him.
It's a little racist, but yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Not
No.
until you let these zip ties come off. I got it.
Outside, uncuffed, treating me like a person instead of a perp. I was just cleared.
One guy lied about killing another guy. That doesn't clear you.
Good town of murder, and even when you confess, nothing happens to you.
They looked at each other.
They held eye contact for a full 2 Mississippi.
Stevenson and Hubble have cousins that married.
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
I counted at least one Mississippi.
You immediately start counting Mississippi's.
Baker, he called you a beantown bitch. You're stubborn, you have a chip on your shoulder. You don't care if your coworkers like you. A guy like that doesn't go to BU, he goes to Harvard.
Definitely.
Am I right?
About going to Harvard? Yes.
You can afford a proper Southern soup, but you still look like Black Sherlock Holmes. By the wear on it, you play with it, obsess over it. Like I said, you're stubborn.
The name's Sharon.
I love how he picks up on everything.
Studies show it takes 4 to 6 months to fully break a habit. You keep up the good work, though. Those things are fierce.
Why isn't he asking, who the fuck are you? Like,
right? Like,
Stevenson, my office.
he's gonna let some random dude interrogate this cop now? Like, I'm here for it, but
Hubble into drugs?
No.
Don't answer his questions. He's not your boss.
Right. Sorry. Does he have money problems?
I don't know what to do.
Just answer the question. You are my detainee and suspect, not my partner or my equal. Now, Chief Morrison wants you in custody till we know for sure that all 6'4" of you was on that bus from Tampa.
6'5".
yeah.
Investigation details matter.
I assume that most CIA agents probably weren't cops. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that.
usually they come from military first.
Right.
Nice talking to you.
But technically, if they don't have any evidence, they just have a suspicion that he was walking near the body. Couldn't they only hold him for so long?
You have to charge him within 24 hours. At least I think. You can't hold him. I mean, he didn't even talk to his lawyer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he hasn't talked to a lawyer. He hasn't anything. You only have a suspicion because he was near where the body was. You have
Maybe
no evidence.
Yeah, maybe they cut that out, but definitely wouldn't be sending him to prison. Where the hell is he?
The jail.
That dude's a pedo.
Right. Get some Shawshank vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh fish. Fresh fish.
Fresh fish! Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
But a Samoan fella come through here last year. Meth dealer. Special.
Yeah, I don't think that's a swimmer's body.
A Samoan meth dealer? Gotta say, I've never heard that before.
Pulp Fiction? He's Samoan.
I wouldn't go so far as to call the brother fat. I mean, he got a weight problem. What's he do? He's Samoan.
Drop them drawers. Bend over and spread. It's not like I wanna do this.
He sounded pretty excited about it.
He did a little bit.
You think you can perform the inspection without getting seriously injured? Go for it.
Freak. Yeah, this is prison. This is not jail. Ain't no way you get sent here without a trial or anything. Like, that just don't happen.
Again, you haven't spoken. Maybe he said, hey, I don't want an attorney, but you haven't spoken to an attorney. Neither of them have.
Yeah.
And you already put in prison attire?
Yeah, that would not happen.
Little
would
sus.
not happen. Yeah, it wouldn't happen. Then again, who knows? Maybe it is just county jail.
Small town, maybe they don't differentiate, you know. They only
Well,
have one.
I was going to say there could be, because the county is so large that they have just a big, say, like a holding area for the surrounding area, and it just happens to be an old jail. Or old prison. That looks like a prison block, but
no, he even said he just said he said we're in here with the lifers.
Yeah.
You're not a human here. You're cleansed.
What is it? If you're in there for longer than a year, they send you to prison, right? Like there's a time limit on that they can hold you in quote unquote jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Fresh fish.
Shoes on. Give him shoes, baby. Come on now.
Cause you better fight. See, he done owns you now.
Somebody's about to be a bottom.
Like you wear a neon sign that says, raw dog me, I'm a bottom.
Now, there's just one more thing I want from you.
Pussy.
Look at this redwood motherfucker. What you want?
To give you a choice. See, you're in my house, fatso, and you didn't ask permission. Or they can carry your fat ass out in a bucket.
Bucket.
Do you know who you're talking to?
1, 2.
He gone.
You owe some
God,
damn
he's so brutal.
They're
but
like,
effective.
Holy shit.
And then he kept the glasses. That's the greatest part. Hey, he's got similar to mine. I didn't get mine in prison though.
Mm. Is it the Sunglass Hut? They still have those sunglass huts?
Maybe. Like, I'll have to check on that.
Promise if I disrupt their operation in any way, they'd nail me to a wall. Cut my balls off and make me eat them.
If they're going to kill you anyways, why would you just eat your balls?
Yeah. I won't.
I'll go with you.
Figured as much.
Safer in the wake of the big boat. Sunshine. Shocking.
Right? Imagine being in there all the time. You're just called out of the shower like somebody's getting shanked.
Yep.
Boys know what's about to happen to you. You'd leave now. One.
Jeez. So one thing you'll learn about Reacher is he has a problem counting to 3.
Yeah, I could tell. Keeps getting shorter. Hmm.
You know, if you notice, one thing I love about his fight scenes, he rarely do you see him actually punch somebody with his fist. He does a lot of elbows and forearms because you don't want to obviously break your hand. You see a lot of times movies and TV shows where they're just like pounding away at something. I'm like, you'd break your hand. Leave him covered in blood.
Been here the whole time. Understand?
So they separated.
Maybe they just like long distance.
Military record from DC.
Long distance don't work.
Long distance is a lie teenagers tell each other to get laid the summer before college.
West Point graduate, Silver Star, Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Soldier's Medal, Army Commendation Medal, Bronze Star, a second Silver Star, and a Purple Heart.
Carrying soldiers out 2 at a time. Witnesses report 6 separate trips confirming 12 were saved.
Holy shit.
Right.
You got the Medal of Honor? Did she say that?
I think he Silver Star and 2 Purple Hearts.
How do you not get the fucking Medal of Honor for that shit?
I could be wrong, and somebody will probably call me out in the comments for it, but I'm pretty sure Medal of Honor is the Congressional Medal of Honor is civilian.
Oh, okay, okay.
Could be wrong.
What's the highest military medal that you can get?
I think it's Purple Heart. Don't quote me on that. If anybody watching in the comments, let me know.
Yeah, let us know
if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Purple Heart.
Because, like, holy shit. He saved 12 people? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like, holy fucking shit. Goddamn war hero. Don't do it, don't do it. Is that his SIGs? Yep, it's his SIGs. Dude, why do you even have those? What? Like, why do you have them, though? Like, why are they in a bag that says don't do it? Why don't you just throw them away where they're not even anywhere near you? Oh, shit, look at that old-ass radio.
Okay, from what I just looked up, Medal of Honor is the highest for military, so I don't know why he doesn't have one of those.
I was going to say, like, holy shit.
I'm going to retract my previous statements. Sorry to any military service members out there.
Cut that, cut that, cut that.
They might try to kill me as soon as I'm bailed out.
You important to their operation?
Real important.
He's like, oh, what's the fucking guy's name from Sons of Anarchy that has like 2 fingers and shit that like chopped his fingers off? You ever seen that show?
Never watched Sons of Anarchy.
Oh shit, you need to watch that show. I forget his name. But he's like him. He did all the money and shit for the gangs.
Once I'm out of here, I'm gone. Something bad's going down in my grave, and I don't need to be a part of it.
I'm with you. Get the fuck out. You're in prison right now for no goddamn reason.
Right? If that's not like a signal to get out of town.
Then it's like, oh, we made a mistake. We're gonna let you out of prison. Is this a conjugal visit?
Right? She's wanted. I mean, come on.
I mean, fuck yeah, I think she was dripping when he walked in the damn precinct.
So you cleared me, but how does a guy who confessed walk away?
Well, everybody knows that Hubble's lying, so we're holding off on charges, hoping that a nervous guy like him just...
See right there, they haven't been charged.
Yeah. You didn't put in prison, you even charged with shit.
Hard approach, Officer Roscoe.
Roscoe's actually my first name.
The fuck?
She was born a boy.
Some guard.
I feel bad about the Margrave welcome wagon running you over. I was going to apologize with an early dinner, but... You sure you don't want to get new threads?
Is he autistic?
Are you autistic?
Why do you believe he's on the spectrum?
Well, just the way he talks. He's very good at certain things, and he's very specific. It's just so odd. Like, he's just odd. Like, he's not trying to stick around, but he happens to get caught up in this shit. It just doesn't make any sense.
So full circle that for me. How does that come back to him being autistic?
Just the way he's talking and acting, but maybe just because spies act that way. Fuck, I don't know. Billups play for the Pistons.
Who's by Blind Blake? I remembered a conversation I had with my brother Joe a while back. Read some article about Blake, said he played his last show in Margrave, and that's where he died. So I got on a bus.
You really need to try this shit on?
Wherever you want, whenever you want.
A lot of things won't fit him.
I mean, I'm sure he knows his size.
But also, you could have this moment right here, right? You got to maximize shirtless minutes when you look like that, especially in front of the girl he's probably going to bang.
Oh, well, I mean, he's not trying to impress her. She's obviously into him. He doesn't need to do that shit. I don't even know why they're going to dinner. They just go back to her place. Like, that just...
Sounds good. I think you're getting yourself arrested for murder again.
Are you going to frisk me?
There's
Bring stronger zip ties. Why did everyone look at him like that? Like, what?
They try to play it off like his size again. It's intimidating. Like stay away from the mutant. I mean, he's only 6'5", but
I mean, he's a big guy, but like, it's not like I would be staring, avoiding him. Like, they're in Georgia, for God's sake. People are huge down there.
Yeah, but it is a small town too, so they probably know about him already. You know that he was arrested for murder.
Yeah, that's probably true. This truck's been kind of...
Surprised a white man your age knows Fred McDowell.
Good point.
Most surprised you know Blind Blake, Mr. Reacher. Now, a giant stranger gets arrested for murder. Word gets around. Of course, Ms. Roscoe cleared you, so my age ain't scared of nothing much.
Yeah, me neither.
Especially when you're holding that fucking blade against his throat.
Right?
See, I don't know about this. Like, you always get asked about this, whether you would get your, like, a straight razor shave and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't trust anybody else to, and I would sever a freaking artery doing it myself. So
yeah, especially not some random dude. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it'd be different if I knew the person doing it and they were, you know, not like steady as a whatever it is. Says it. He's like, yeah, but this is my shaving hand. It's like, oh.
That statue out there, Casper Teal, his grandson's our mayor. He gave Kleiner a sweetheart land deal. That there's Kleiner Jr. and his bug house cousin Dawson. Everyone calls Junior KJ.
They look like, well, the one dude looks like a skinhead. He just looks like a rich prick.
I'd say rich prick and meth head.
Yeah.
for a dance partner? Because the last person who eyeballed me like that was a woman down in Panama when I was stationed at Fort Sherman, and she wanted to dance the tamborito with me.
It's oddly specific.
Hell, I'll dance.
Right.
You want me to lead, or?
I'm not much of a dancer. Something interesting just this morning about some charges brought against a Major Jack Reacher in a small village outside of Baghdad. Charges of a very serious nature, but charges that somehow disappeared. What's your bag, Mr. Reacher?
Or what? You gonna light my country of music ward on fire?
Gonna light my ass on fire.
Or you light my ass on fire.
Oh, hey. Where you going?
What's going on?
Another body was found in the brush 40 yards from the first one. Same
I'm not a lawman, but 40 yards from the first one, they didn't canvass the area when they found a dead body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Charge me or let me go, asshole. That's what I'd say.
Because if you charge him and he went to an arraignment, he'd immediately have that as proof, and they dismiss that.
Yep. And no judge is going to do that. I mean,
Lawyer.
I mean,
but his legs kept pumping for a few more feet before his brain told him, "Hey, buddy, you're dead." So he fell over into the weeds. At least that's what the blood spatters at the scene said. He was shot from far enough away, and it was so dark he couldn't be found. So the killer just left him there.
please tell me you're watching this guy, right?
What, the forensic tech?
Yeah.
This isn't Dexter.
It's always the forensic tech, man.
And his fingertips were compromised by dermatitis reaction. Oh, no, do not. Is he...
First victim was allergic to latex. The victim grabbed into the struggle, causing his fingertips to swell in a histaminic reaction. His dental works off because he had his teeth fixed wherever he was living at the time. Broke his right arm when he was 8, had it set in Berlin. Had his tonsils taken out at 10 in Seoul.
What the fuck? What, do you know this fuck?
He's just that good.
How do you know?
I pinned him against the stove.
Fuck, is that his brother?
That's how my brother got this scar.
Oh, shit. Okay, so now he's pissed.
Like, he needed more reason to be.
When's the last time you saw Joe?
A minute ago in the morgue.
You being smart? I'm being straight with you. You keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
To be fair, this was before Will Smith said that.
I know.
It was before Will Smith.
What are you doing here, Margrave? Blind Blake. You won't even get the cuffs.
Okay, this isn't gonna happen. Reacher, sit in the back.
And you've got kind eyes. Do what I say, Reacher.
His eyes look like he wants to murder somebody.
Specifically, whoever killed his brother, apparently. But he didn't even, like, cry. He just was like...
He teared up. Like, they watered, but...
He was upset, clearly, but...
I guess I'll find everybody responsible. kill every last one of them.
It's like a John Wick situation.
All right, so that was Reacher Episode 1. Mantis, what did you think?
It was pretty good. It kind of kept you in the dark until, almost the end there, when you find out who the dead body is that they clearly found at the second dead body, I guess. But you kind of picked up on things throughout. He clearly knew martial arts, self-defense, worked out, was in the military, very perceptive, almost. He made a joke about Sherlock Holmes, but when he was making that joke, he was talking like he was fucking Sherlock Holmes. It was funny, but pretty good. I still don't understand what the fuck he's doing in that town randomly. Clearly his brother's there, so he knows more than he's letting on, and especially letting on to the cops. But he's almost like Batman without the cape, clearly. He's a detective, knows, martial arts. It's funny. It was good.
He'd be the biggest Batman so far that we've seen. So going from Adam West on up, that would be the biggest live-action Batman we've had. So
yeah,
but I definitely agree. I love that he picks up on every little detail, and just how fast his mind works. Like he is immediately putting everything together. Like if you picked up on the diner scene, when he sees the cops pull up, he looks at all of the other patrons in the diner and realizes they couldn't be there for anybody else. It had to be him. Even though he has no clue what they're coming for. He's like, obviously, the couple there, the family, they're not, the police aren't rolling up heavy like that. So again, the way he processes things and the speed at which his mind works is
right.
Like I said, just it's awesome, and it goes very well with what I know of Jack Reacher, just from what I've seen and read. So I thought it was great. I was a little shocked. I wanted to hear it a little more than just I thought it was pretty good, but we're episode 1 in, so a lot of times the pilot episode's not gonna hook you.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly they're not going to spill the beans in the first episode, so. And I'm fine with that. It was good. There was good action. There was good. It was almost like a true crime drama, kind of, where you're trying to figure things out as you go. But you're almost like you're Watson, right? Like he's Sherlock Holmes and you're Watson, and he's always a step ahead of you. So he's kind of telling you what's going on, and you're kind of following along, figuring it out too. But he's already ahead of you. He's already in the next scene. Doing whatever he's doing there. So it's good. I mean, I enjoyed it for sure. It's, I don't watch a lot of current TV. Even the current stuff on Disney Plus or Netflix or whatever really isn't that interesting. This seems interesting. I think the last show that I really liked, the first episode, as much as possibly this one may have been Breaking Bad. So if this turns out to be anywhere close to Breaking Bad, that'll be good.
That's a hard comparison because of knowing both shows, knowing where Breaking Bad went, knowing where this goes here. But this is the first show in a very, very long time that I've watched and was just immediately fixated on. I watched that first episode. I'm like, I need to know what happens next because it is so suspenseful. It is so full of this. Again, you start kind of picking up on, and it's one of those that when you watch the second time around, you catch those little things that you missed. I love a movie, and you see it a lot in sci-fi movies that you watch it, and by the time you're done, you still don't know what really happened, and you have to actually watch it a second or third time, and then you actually get everything. You pick up on all the little things that you missed that maybe didn't complete the movie for you, but they definitely added a lot more to it, and they gave the story a lot more context than maybe you initially saw, and you see that a lot in this series.
Yeah, the The supporting cast was pretty good as well. You know, the little hottie with the Southern Georgian accent is the deputy or whatever the hell she is. Trying to calm him down was kind of funny. I think she kind of felt she had that in with him to kind of. She knew he was into her, so she's trying to just be like, all right, you kind of trust me, I like you, so just let's not punch the police chief detective or whatever. So
if you had replaced her with any other officer on that department, probably both of them would have been a bit hurt.
Could have been, yeah, for sure.
Because it was her. But I like the chemistry between those two. And then I like the contrast between Reacher and Finley. Like, even the actors themselves playing it, they're a very good contrast to one another.
You mean you talking about the black dude?
Yeah.
Finley? Yeah. He is a huge white guy, and he is like a tiny black dude. And it's so funny because he thinks he's in charge, and he's trying to figure out this investigation, but it's clear in the back of his mind, he knows he is in way over his fucking head about what is actually going on.
But he's too stubborn to admit it.
He is, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't. And he's probably partly scared, too, to an extent, but maybe not. I don't know. He probably still think he probably is still like, whatever. I'm fucking big dog around here because I'm educated in this podunk town and know what I'm talking about. But then this big dude shows up, and all of a sudden he knows more than me, and he's not letting on. He knows how to get out of things. I mean, clearly, it's so odd. Like, they had him wrapped up in those the zip ties, and he pulled a fucking Superman, and just like, you can't control me, and just like fucking breaks it like nothing. And it's not like he was gonna punch all of them and run away, right? Like, haha, you can't control me, and breaks out of his thing, and what's he gonna do? It's a very interesting flex, at that point,
It is, but I think it says a lot about it too, that, hey, he could have gotten out of those anytime he wanted, right? Kind of like you mentioned Man of Steel, where he just snaps the handcuffs, without even trying. It's like, he did that to make them feel safe. And, like with Reacher, like, yeah, he's sitting there saying these are uncomfortable. He could have snapped them at any time, but he wasn't trying to set people on edge.
Right.
So, but again, too, it also, like, when you're that size, you use that flex to kind of show that, okay, like, look, I'm not somebody you want to mess with. You got to kind of, you put that out there that, like, oh, I just snapped him right in front of everybody too, to kind of, assert your dominance, so to speak.
Right. Yeah. And the fact that he is not a medal, like you were talking about, like what did I say? The National Medal of Honor or whatever.
Congressional Medal of Honor.
Congressional Medal of Honor, yeah. I mean, maybe I missed when she was reading off his fucking trophy case that she was reading off, but like saving 12 people, and again, I don't know the stipulations, and maybe it's subjective on how they award, military awards. But I would have to think saving that many people, I don't know what else. It's not like that shit happens every day. Like, I know, you save one or two people and you get a medal. Like, yeah, that's just crazy. How many, if that's the case, he would have had to have been given something really high.
Then the idea to get a second one, right? Instead of, so you did something else that got you yet another one. At what point? Now, and I could be wrong. While we were watching that real quick, I looked up real quick to see about the medals, and they said that servicemen can get the Congressional Medal of Honor. So I could be wrong again.
Well,
let us know in the comments down below, but could be wrong. But yeah, it does seem a little odd, right?
Yeah. And I think the Purple Heart is when you get wounded, right? Isn't that like when you get wounded, you get a Purple Heart?
If it's wounded while doing something, I guess, like that, like heroic, like you're trying to save people and you're wounded while doing that, I believe. Or I guess if you're wounded in action, I think so. Like, you can't just, you can't be sitting, stateside in the barracks somewhere, twist your ankle. They're not going to give you a Purple Heart, but like
goddamn pencil paper pusher, like twists his ankle on the way to the copier,
it's
like
carpal tunnel syndrome or something. They give you a Purple Heart, and you're medically, discharged honorably. Now I don't think it works like that, but I think if you're wounded in action, you get the Purple Heart.
And again, I've had family members in the military. I know your dad was in the military. Like I don't know. Like I have no idea how the structure works or how any of that works. So I'm admitting I'm stupid on the subject. But yeah, let us know about how that works, because this guy seems like he should be walking around like a goddamn Castro with like fucking 80 medals on his vest. So
yeah. Had a father in the military for over 20 years, and I can't tell you that stuff because when he was in there, I'm like, that didn't mean it. I was a kid, it didn't mean anything to me. So yeah, I'm just as clueless about that too. So I'd be interested to actually know what the situation is on there. But either way, he is highly decorated. He's obviously highly trained. He's highly educated. He's just highly everything. Like he's like if you made a character in a game and
tall
you
too.
maxed out all the stats. You got 99 everything.
That's cheating. He's cheating. Right?
Well, it's like when in a basketball game you made Jordan and you maxed him all out so you could just be awesome. That's just what they did for Reacher here. So as well, let us know in the comments what you thought about this reaction. If you think we should continue doing the rest of the Reacher series. I don't know. Any
suggestions?
Yes, suggestions of if there's a different show you think we should be watching. If you would like to see more of Reacher, like I said, hopefully for those.
Well, we're gonna watch more. Like that's gonna happen because this is good. Like I definitely want to watch more.
Yeah, but if you guys want to come along on that journey with us here or not, just let us know down in the comments, and then also what you thought about the episode. So, Mantis, unless you've got anything else.
No, like I said, I can't wait to watch episode 2 because I'm assuming he's not going to kill all of these people that he's talking about in the next episode. So I'm assuming there's going to be scattered through. So, but
we've at least got several more episodes to go through here. It's not quite 24 like Smallville or something, but we've definitely got.
I can see why this was the most watched show on Prime for I forget what you mentioned earlier, how long it was, but. The pilot is very good. Very good.
All right. So thanks for joining us, guys, and we will catch you in the next video.
Later.
Take it easy.